Every family has their traditions. For the Brauer family, it is auto racing.
That's right. They spend their time fixing their cars in the garage and then racing them on weekends. As the kids are growing, so is their passion for it. ABC 6 sports reporter Garrett Short has a special look at this special family.
Almost every Saturday, April through September, you'll find the Brauer family here at Deer Creek Speedway. Brothers Braden and Kolton grew up here, falling asleep up in the stands and playing with toys. These days, their trips to the track are a little different. And the toys, let's just say they're a whole lot bigger. Racing is often passed down from generation to generation.
Watching my dad growing up really got me into it. I was really excited to first get into the car.
For the Brauer brothers, it comes from following their dad around the garage.
Just little things, handing him stuff and holding flashlights. I've kind of getting yelled at, yeah, that good amount yelled at.
While Braden and Kolton were behind the wheel long before turning 16, Jeff didn't drive in his first race until his late 20s. But once he got a taste, he was hooked.
It's an addiction.
What started out as a hobby became a lifestyle, spending weekends racking up wins with his kids cheering him on from the grandstands.
I really look up to my dad, and looking at all the trophies in here just amazes me. How many feature wins he's had and everything, and really inspires me to do good in racing too.
But Jeff didn't see racing in his life forever.
We had kids, and they're too young to race, and then things are really busy. So you got kids and a business, and I'm trying to race. I just always thought that I'd give it up. Next thing I know, Braden's 6, and I'm buying a slingshot. And it just kind of evolved into what it is now.
This year, racing became even more special, with Braden and Kolton racing against each other for the first time ever.
Now I'm into my 8th year, and I've finally raced against him. I mean, he's my brother, and I haven't even raced against him, so it's quite the experience.
Despite being just 13, Kolton is already showing promise.
I've gotten pretty confident about going onto the track and racing people 3 times my age.
I think he'll be really good. I try to give him a little advice here and there and help him along.
It's friendly competition. For now.
If they're racing against each other, I'm guessing that we're going to have some issues.
This isn't the only competition in the Brauer house, though. This is also the first year Braden has bumped up to Superstock to race his dad.
It took me 3 weeks to beat him this year. Now, granted, he's got my car from last year that I shook down and had perfect for him. But his first night in the car, he got 3rd at Deer Creek, and I think I got 5th or 6th or something like that. I got in my car, and first thing I said to him was, I said, I want my car back.
Yes, they're a team, but when they're on the track, oil is thicker than blood.
There is a little bit more in your mind, like, oh gosh, this is my dad, or this is Kolton, you know, because you're going to hear it from him after the races, maybe.
Jeff has been racing for over 2 decades, but it's become about a lot more than a checkered flag. It's about passing the sport he loves onto his sons.
Braden had a really good night, and I'd still have to race yet. And honestly, I wouldn't even really care how I did, because I was just so excited he did so well. So it'd make the night. It's just a whole different deal when you got your kids racing, because you put a lot of time into that, and you want them to do really well. And when they do, it's literally more rewarding than you doing well yourself.
What is it about racing that makes you keep wanting to come back for more?
Just my family, them supporting me.
There's a lot of names on race cars, but one sticks out above all the sponsors: the family name.
I would think about what we would do if I wasn't doing this as a family, and what I would do and all that. And when it got right down to it, it's just what we do.
For ABC 6 News, I'm Garrett Short.
Awesome story, and be safe out there, boys. Now, it has been an especially productive summer for Braden, who has already won 2 features in the last 2 weeks.